I'm about to do something that's pretty out there. And these chords are pretty fat and freaky. We're in the key of D flat. We're all familiar with that key. And I'm going to play chords that are on tones not in that key. Specifically, I'm going to play some kind of G chord. G is not in the key of D flat. I'm also going to play some sort of E chord. E is not in the key of D flat. And I'm also going to play some sort of D chord, which is not in the key of D flat. These tones are out of scale. And I have a whole book on these out of scale chords which you can use as passing chords in your music. Specifically, this G in the key of D flat is a flat 5. Some people refer to this as the tritone. You hear a lot of talk about the tritone, play the tritone, but they fail to talk about the other tones that are just as important as the tritone. And that's this minor 3, which is the E, and the flat 2, which can give you some pretty fat and freaky voicings. Now I'm just going to play a little song, a little end of a song, and I'm going to insert these passing chords in here that are out of scale. You probably think to yourself, that's not going to sound good, but it's going to sound pretty fat. Let me show you. And like I said, it's all about playing by number. Here you are playing a song. In this particular example, Joy to the World. We're just going to end it up and come all the way down to the 1. We're essentially just playing the scale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here we end on the 1. And the usual chord there is some sort of major chord. Okay? This happens to be a D flat major. But I'm going to fatten it up with my free chords from my course, a replacement chord on that 1. Now, just so I have a place to start, before I come to the 1, I'm going to start someplace else before I insert the passing chords. I'm going to start on a 5, on some sort of A flat chord. I'm going to choose one of my freak voicings. It's going to be that one right there. It's got that D flat on top for the melody note, and you can find that in my course. Just look up D flat, look up the 1, and you'll find this A flat 13 sus sounds pretty sweet. Now we're going to use and insert passing chords on our way down to this 1. Now, like I said, you're free to insert passing chords from any one of the tones, but I'm going to insert from those freak tones, the flat 5, the minor 3, and the flat 2. And you're going to hear what we come up with. And let me just, the first chord I'm going to insert is going to be a G, 7, flat 10 after the A flat. Let's hear it in context. You see how sweet that movement sounds from the 5 to that tritone, that G chord, which is not even in the key of D flat. Okay, that's that tritone, that 7 flat 10, G7 flat 10. Now after that, let's play an E chord. Specifically, we're going to play an E6-9 flat 5 that looks like this. It's got that 1 on top. Here we got an E6-9 flat 5. Okay, we got the 9, the 3, the flat 5, and the 6. And if you're unfamiliar with how to name these chords, get my chord naming system volume. It tells you how to immediately look at any chord and figure out what the name of it is. Or if I told you to play a chord, you'd be able to put your hands right on it. That's the chord naming system. So here we are, E6-9 flat 5, E to bass. Let's hear that change. Now, let's put an even freakier minor 3 chord in here. This is an E6-9 flat 5. Let's go with an E minor add 6-9 to give us an even freakier voicing after this one. Let's hear that one, and that's going to be this voicing here. Whoa. Okay, let's hear that in context. Okay. Insert another passing chord in here. Let's insert a D chord. There's no D in the key of D flat. We're inserting a D7 flat 10. This one here. Followed by another D chord, a D7 flat 10 flat 5. Before I close it out with a freak 1 chord. Not that D major chord, but an even freakier chord. It's going to be a surprise at the end. But okay, let's go ahead and hear this in context of how sweet these chords sound that are not even in the D flat scale. Let's hear it. Down to that freaky flat 6, 9. Like I said, I got all the fat chords in my chords. I don't play around with those simple chords, the 7ths and the 9ths, but I got all these freak chords, the ones you want to hear, the ones that light up what you're playing. Alright? Like I said, they're all laid out for you in my course. I don't hold anything back. Playing by number is the way to go.